I'm over here ranting. I ain't even turned the goddamn mic on. Continue the mission even when everything doesn't go out in your favor.
It's the Tyrone. I just gotta get freaky for you because you love the whole.
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have a very hard time waking up early, and especially like if sometimes in the middle of the night I'll get distracted by something I'm watching on TV, or like another thing is like I pick up my phone, and then next thing I know, 2 hours done passed, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta wake up in 2 hours. Like, let me try and get to bed, and then it'd be hard for me to try and go to sleep, and then I got an hour left, and then it's a bad cycle, right? But I'm working on that, right? I'm acknowledging that, and I'm still finding different routines and things like that to just continue to push on the goal. Another thing that I've realized is that, I have my whole schedule out, right? I am learning to process what I go through in this world when I don't succeed these goals or what I'm trying to do in life. And even when I don't meet these goals, I still have to continue the schedule that I created for myself, because I have to build a a sort of discipline and a sort of tolerance when things do not go my way, that I still can meet my priorities. I have 3 major priorities throughout the day. And if I could just reach those priorities throughout all the different things that I have to do throughout this day, that's all fine and dandy. If I even get 2 out of the 3, primary goals done today, it's better than getting none done. None done. It's better than getting none of them done. My good sir or ma'am or it, you have to visualize yourself already to where you want to be in the world right now. But the world today has convinced you that you're not God. So you act like a peasant because that is what everybody else believes in themselves. Everybody loves to proclaim to be God until it's time to be God. You know how they got that phrase, everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Well, the same thing applies to being God. Everybody wants to be a God until it's time to be a God. Nobody wants to walk the labors that Heracles walked. They don't want to walk that same pathway that Heracles had to walk. And he had to go through all these different tests and trials. And when you study the 12 labors that he had to literally conquer so that he can be the man that he is today, I want you to understand that if Heracles was to fail at his 10th labor, we wouldn't look at Heracles in such a mighty way. If he would have failed at the 4th labor or the 11th labor or the last labor, we would not have looked at Heracles in the same light. But the thing about Heracles is that he was structured, his story was built for you to see the archetype of a man who has grit, who has persistence, who has compassion. That even despite the ups and downs, and if you've seen like the Hercules shows or the movies and all these different matters and the way that they depict him, he is a man who is kind. He has compassion. He has empathy, but he also has structure. He has discipline. And a lot of people want to be a god. They want to be an Olympian. They want to be Hercules. But when life gets too hard, when things don't go their way, they don't find another way out. They give up too easy. I don't understand that. Why give up so easy? You just got started. I don't care if you're 35, 25, or 20 or 18. You just got started. Life might not be going your way. Life might be looking pretty shitty right now, and summer's about to be next week. And are you just going to stay content? Are you just going to continue to scroll on your damn phone on TikTok and watch other people live your life? There are people that you know right now, aside from Kai Sanat, aside from Duke Dennis, aside from RDC World and AMP, these people, mind you, they had to literally grow their page from the grounds up, from the grassroots. These people weren't just granted success. They had a certain motive. They had a certain routine for them to be who they are today. And when you see them on BET. When you see people like Drewski, when you see this, I mean, like, I remember watching Drewski when he was at 100, 200,000 followers, when he was just that funny Instagram comedian. And then he started getting commercial deals. And now you see him in commercials with Joe Budden. You see him all over the world. You see him in KFC commercials, all these different things. This man is getting deals upon deals just by him putting himself on screen using his phone. People like Kai Cenat hosting, co-hosting even, the BET Awards with Kevin Hart. All because he picked up a phone, all because he used his laptop and computer and brought himself to the world. And mind you, he didn't start, this didn't just start like in 2025. He started from when he was young, right? I don't even think he's past 25 yet. He's like 21, 22, doing this, living his dream. That's all it takes, bro. That's all it takes is for you. If you know you got personality, if you know you got charisma, if you know you can, captivate and motivate a certain set of people and influence a certain set of people, pick up your damn phone and start recording. And I know that this is not the real basis of this video, but a lot of people, we let too many outside forces, too many external forces influence us to stay stagnant. And then at the very end of the day, we feel disappointed by how stagnant we were. Get out of your funk. Please. Get out of your mind. There is always a way. I need you to understand that. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, whether you want to do the work or not, there is always another way. So you can sit here and let summer pass you by. You can sit here and continue to live your life the way that you know you don't want to live your life, or you can actually do something about it. But I hear so many different excuses, and I know the excuses because I tell them myself. I suppress certain parts of myself even when doing certain content because you don't know who's going to watch you. You don't know where the viewers are going to come from. You don't know who's going to follow you. Some of y'all don't want your family to follow you because you're too embarrassed to really showcase who you are. If you can't get through those ceilings, yeah, just stay average. Yeah, I mean, if you can't get through your archives, if you can't get through your trials and tribulations, if you can't get through putting yourself on camera and showcasing yourself to the world, I've been doing this since I was 16, 17 years old. If you can't get through with it now, I don't know what else to tell you. This confidence in me putting myself on camera and being so articulate and sharp-minded, it didn't just happen overnight. I remember doing videos, and every time I would do a video, I'd be like, But I had to literally get through that funk when I was 17, 18, and 19 to be who I am today. I can literally make videos back to back to back, and I can schedule them throughout the whole week if need be. Now, mind you, like I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't reach my goals, but I still got to pursue the next thing. I have to own up to that. I didn't hit my 10K steps today. I only hit 6,000. And I'm pretty sure probably by the end of the day, it'll be like 7,000. But I have to literally make up for that tomorrow. I do. And I don't have a real good track record of making up for them. I still got to make up for last week's steps that I lost. So pretty much it's not even that I got to do 10K steps a week or a day. I got to do 12K steps just to catch up with what I lost last week and what I lost this week. But I got to hold myself to that. Because then if I fall back on this week, then I got to make up for this week and last week. But you see, I wasn't this person a month ago. That's the beauty of this. I don't want you to hear this story and be like, oh, you're just downplaying yourself and you shaming yourself. No, I'm holding myself accountable. Those are two different things. I can critique myself and I can judge myself and not shame myself. There was not one time where I said I was stupid, that I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. Not one time. I'm holding myself accountable because I know that I could do better. There was not one time where I said, you're not good enough, Tyrone. You can't do this. You can't do that, Tyrone. You're stupid. You're not good enough. All these different things. I didn't shame or condemn myself. I held myself accountable because I know what I am capable of. I know that at the end of the day, I could have went to sleep on time, but I didn't. I know that I could have just got off my phone, but I didn't have the self-control to. I know that I could have been out here at 6:00, but I wasn't. I was out here by 7:40. Yeah, I'm holding myself accountable and I'm putting myself out there because I know there's plenty of us out here who don't literally self-reflect on ourselves. We don't self-reflect. And that's part of our problem now. We don't self-reflect on what we do in this world and we let life pass us by. And then we get to December 2025. We're like, God damn, what have I been doing with my fucking life? Because you are in this continuous cycle of self-sabotage and you can't just like stop. You're like SpongeBob when Plankton was in his brain and he's trying not to get the Krabby Patty formula. You have this programming in your system and you're very hyper aware even in the moment.